Welcome to the Safe Work Advantage podcast, where we help HR professionals, managers, and business leaders create safer, more supportive workplaces for employees facing domestic violence. I'm April Hardy, survivor, advocate, and founder of In Case I'm Murdered, LLC. And this show is where compassion meets compliance and safety meets strategy. What if I told you that your most loyal, high-performing employee might be navigating an abusive relationship and showing up for work every day, hoping that no one finds out? She gets her job done. She keeps her head down. She avoids unnecessary conversations. But underneath that professionalism is fear, because the person threatening her life knows where she works. Let me tell you about someone I met. We'll call her Angela. Angela worked for a retail company. She was sharp, on time, and dependable, but her abuser would wait in the parking lot for her, waiting for her shift to end. Sometimes he'd send dozens of messages while she was working. Her supervisor never asked questions, and Angela never volunteered answers. One day, she didn't come to work at all. Her partner had attacked her the night before. Her coworkers were shocked. Her employer was devastated, but it was all preventable if someone had known what to look for. Domestic violence doesn't stay at home. It bleeds into every corner of a person's life, including the workplace. It affects concentration, performance, attendance, and most dangerously, it can escalate into workplace violence. Abusers know where their victims work. That makes the workplace one of the most predictable and therefore one of the riskiest parts of a survivor's day. It is a key site for both prevention and protection. So what do HR professionals and employers need to know? Let's start with the numbers. Nearly 1 in 3 women experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime. Victims are significantly more likely to miss work, change jobs, or leave the workplace entirely. According to the CDC, intimate partner violence costs the U.S. over $5.8 billion each year, much of it in lost productivity. More than 70% of workplaces in the United States do not have a formal policy to address workplace violence stemming from domestic issues. Most importantly, 78% of the women killed at work were murdered by a current or former partner. What you can do. Before you panic or feel overwhelmed, here's the good news. You don't need to be a counselor or an expert to make a difference. Here are 3 ways to start creating a safer workplace today. 1. Recognize the signs. These include sudden changes in performance, frequent unexplained absences, visible anxiety or jumpiness, and constant texting or calls from a partner or ex. 2. Offer confidential resources. Don't wait for a disclosure. Instead, share tools that an employee can access privately, like Safe Work Advantage. Let your team know that resources are available, no questions asked. 3. Make safety part of your culture. Post resources in break rooms and HR portals. Include domestic violence support in your wellness programming. Train managers to respond with empathy. You don't have to know who needs help to create a workplace where help is easy to find. You might be wondering, isn't this a private issue, or we don't want to step over any boundaries? And that's completely valid. Here's the thing. You don't have to force disclosures. You don't have to ask intrusive questions. All you have to do is make sure that resources are available and that the staff know where to find them. Another common concern is liability. Yes, there is a legal precedent for employer responsibility if violence spills over into the workplace and you have done nothing to prevent it. There's also opportunity. When you offer help and show care, you create a workplace that people feel safe in. That saves money, reduces turnover, and builds a healthier team. This is exactly why I created Safe Work Advantage. This program is trauma-informed, completely private, and designed to give your employees access to safety tools without having to disclose anything to HR. You don't have to track who's using it, You just make the resource available, and the program takes it from there. Your employees get support, your organization lowers risk and liability, and nobody has to navigate a crisis alone. For more information, you can go to resources.aprilhardy.com/employer-HR-resources and download the Employer Information Packet. It walks you through exactly how the program works, what it includes, and how to get started. You don't have to be an expert in domestic violence to become a safety leader in your workplace. Thanks for listening to the Safe Work Advantage podcast. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone in your network. For free tools, templates, and workplace resources, visit resources.aprilhardy.com/employer-HR-resources. Until next time, stay safe and help others do the same.